Success!
Nice.
Okay, welcome to, what were we calling it? Random Waffling from the Warp?
Something like that.
Yeah, episode 1! I'm Hilde.
I'm Ian.
Hi. We're not doing this is my co-host, because we're both the host. Or the co-host. I'm already confused.
Whatever works.
We're painting sort of antique Necrons now, because these are like the old guys.
Yeah, I've got these guys.
Metal rates, actual metal rates.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was actually kind of surprised at the weight of them.
Yeah, but there's also like rock glue to them.
Yeah.
So that probably helps.
But genuinely, I think it helps the balance because they're
Yeah, I
otherwise
have to.
they're
They
super
kept on
back-heavy.
falling off.
Yeah.
Well, falling over, and they don't really break that easily. But still, I was like, once they're painted, that will suck.
Yeah, that's when things start to change.
Complete chaos. Yes, we're filming at the kitchen island of my house because this is where we are. We are prepping for Armies on parade.
Yes.
Pretending like we're actually taking this very serious.
Exactly. You know, we have to win this at all cost. Otherwise.
We're not even competing.
Yeah, exactly. We still have to win.
We're literally doing this for the participation prize. We're not even going on the competition day.
No one has to know about that, okay?
Everybody knows about it now.
Yeah, well,
Mistakes were made. Okay, I have this insane theory, and Beth thinks I'm like, for context, those who are new to this channel, Beth is my husband. I have this insane theory that the Dark King is sanguineous.
I like it. I like it. I don't understand.
You liked it the second I opened with I have an insane theory.
Yep. All principle.
Look.
You see, now you're starting to understand. If you just kind of like make zero sense, I like it. I like it.
Wow, this is why we're friends. I never make any sense. No, but seriously, because the thing is, Sanguinius is like, what is the evil angel called again? I forgot his name. But he's like basically the Sanguinor.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the Sanguinor is like the
nice guy.
what I can. It's like the manifestation of his spirit,
yeah,
right?
his
Or like
nobility and yada yada. But because I heard this lore video where they were saying that the Dark One is winning. So I'm like, but if the Dark Angel is all the evil bits of Sanguinius, then why could Sanguinius not be the Dark King? Ah.
That's actually a good point. I mean, if we think about it, right? Like, obviously Sanguinius is dead, right? But, like, if the Sanguinor
But is
represents...
he though?
That's the thing, right? I mean, like, he's dead for the setting's sake, but Sanguinius may be dead, but...
brush towel.
Ooh, sick.
You're like, wow, you have so many supplies.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, like, if you think about it, right? Like, if his soul is split up, right? Sanguinius, as we knew him, is dead. But in the same way, like, when Magnus died...
exactly.
He splintered into, like, thousands of pieces of his soul, right? So, it's not that out there to think, like, you know, at least...
Also, like, people
pieces of
keep on
Sanguinius
saying that, like, the Star Child is, like, the bit of the Emperor, which is empathy. So, why couldn't this be Sanguinius in, like, a very we do not want kind of form, but still.
I kind of like it. I almost want to believe it now. Just off for itself. It's because it's fun.
Yeah, I know, right? It's super out there.
I like it, but also I like the idea that
Every
the Primarchs
serious listener is now going like, what the fuck is wrong
what the
with
fuck
you?
what's happening? But I think like
I do feel like if people wanted a serious podcast, this is not it.
If people or like in general, if Primarchs are kind of like, if they can actually die, like obviously they can die, but I like the idea that like a Primarch never really dies.
Yeah,
some
exactly.
Fragment of them still exists in some capacity. I like that kind of notion. It just kind of gives more, it's more interesting to think of them that way, especially because like demons function that way to some degree, right? So I like that. I like that Primarchs aren't actually gone. Like, you know, we accept that they're gone for the setting's sake, but nobody's really gone, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Hence why they'd best be bringing back Rogel. They'd best.
You just want Rogel.
I want Rogel back.
You just want Rogel.
I want Rogel torn. Am I really that bad for just wanting Rogel
No,
back?
but people keep on saying that the next one to return will be either the Khan or Vulcan.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've seen Lehman Russ all along the
Yeah, but
thing as well.
didn't the Space Wolves just get a whole bunch of new minis
I
and no
think-
demons? So
Yeah, I think that more realistically, they're gonna go down just like making a lot of really cool, like chapter master level guys for the Space Wolves.
yeah. Also, I told you this before, but I think that considering Games Workshop wants to go for world domination.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially the Asian markets, it would be more interesting for them to do something really cool with the calm
Yeah.
and the white scars.
Yeah. I really like White Scars too, so I can't complain.
I don't really know a lot about the white scars, but I have nothing against them.
Mm-hmm. I just like the whole idea that Jagathai, like there's no hiding how much they just made him a standard Mongol. Like he just lived on a steppe planet. The entire thing was meadows and steppes. The only thing that got him to actually join was like his slight moral.
I thought it was
beliefs.
like, we have very fast bikes.
Yeah, like they realize they can do decent for this, you know.
You do realize that you're now going to be the receiver of every old beauty blender, right?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take them. I like these.
I have
They're-
black ones though, so I always
That's
get
nice.
black
I
ones.
sometimes like to use the lighter ones just because I can see the colors on them.
Yeah, but I buy the black ones because the black ones, I don't know if they have paint on them or not, but once upon a time I bought an orange one, and the first time I cleaned it out, a lot of orange paint came out, and I was like, what have I been putting on my face? So, I have never bought a colored one since. So I'm like, I've never seen black paint leaking out, so it's like, I'm actually okay with this.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is why I try not to get I just don't get them if they're the colored ones. I'm like, nope. I think I want some gold on this guy. I'm like, what do I want to paint you in? What is this? Liberator gold. Do we not have another gold? A nicer gold? Oh, I have to think of the Terry Patched Gold song. Which is literally just gold, 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 gold.
The absolutely earth-shattering lyricism.
Pretty sure the orcs have something equally stupid.
Oh yeah. But orcs are allowed to be stupid.
I love orcs.
I love orcs.
I love orcs.
Orcs are
I heard this lore video. I think it was by Pancreas No Work,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about the Flash Kids, and he was talking about Captain Badruk, and I was like, screw this. I do not want Gaskell in my army. I just want Badruk. I want Badruk. Just give me Captain Badruk. Captain Badruk will be my
give me the
hero
pirate orc.
or whatever. Give me that dang pirate orc.
I mean, how can you say no to a pirate orc though? It's
Also
so
his
perfect.
name, Captain Badruk.
Badruk.
But also like he's like smart enough to be able to actually plot and plan and stuff.
That makes him more compelling, you know?
Yeah, I was like, I love him.
I love the trope. I mean, it's like, I forget which one of the two orc gods. Which one? Is it Gork or Mork?
I don't know, I can never keep
One-
him.
One of them is like, he's all into, scheming, He's kind of like the patron of the smarter orcs. I was going to say
one is-
smart, but...
What was it? Smart and cunning? No.
Yeah.
One will bash you cunningly and the other one cunningly bashes you or something.
Yeah, something like that.
We are so bad at lore.
We're bad.
This is why we come up with things like, hey, I think Sangria.
This is the Dark King.
Look at us. So good at lore.
Yeah.
Such a serious podcast.
Yep. This is all about information.
Yeah, and for correct information, please do not use this channel or this podcast. Unless you're here for the knitting, then there's probably correct information to find, but otherwise, no. Just
Not this.
click on this purely for the shenanigans.
Yeah, if you need some background audio.
Yeah,
You
just two people painting stuff and talking about Warhammer. I was like, for one point thinking like, if I paint Trazyn and take him as well, he can be like, I am Trazyn. I have found some old-timey Necrons. I am now presenting them to you.
I like that.
But then I didn't want to paint Trazen.
That's fair. Has he gotten an updated model? No, right? He's still the metal model. Or
No,
is it
he's
resin?
a resin model.
He's a metal resin.
Yeah, and he comes in a blister.
Yeah.
And Oricon comes in a box.
Interesting.
Because I also have Oricon.
Nice.
Because you can't have Trazen without Oricon.
Yeah.
I feel like they're like Waldor and Stadler, so you have to have both of them.
Yeah, they're good buddies.
Best of friends!
Best of friends!
Best of friends!
You know? I'm sure they get along. No?
When?
Never, but, you know. Actually, ironic, they probably had more time to get along than almost any other characters in the setting.
And they
And
still
they
don't.
hate each other.
They still break each other's stuff.
Yeah, to this day, they are not giving up. I respect that.
That is a feud, my dude. Feud.
That is a proper feud.
That is... Wow.
None of this forgiveness shit. These weak humans. They go a couple hundred years, like, oh, I guess. No. This goes deep.
But I think Fulgrim is still upset with the fact that Gilman lives.
Yeah.
That is like the stroppiest strop that he could possibly throw.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's pretty fun.
Fulgrim, get over yourself.
Actually, to be fair, all of the Chaos guys are still pretty mad for, I mean reasons, but, you know. Basically, no, oh, Daddy didn't like me.
Yeah, but also like the Space Wolves. Oh, why the hell did Magnus invade Fenris? I was like, excuse me, you guys, you did go and wreck his planet.
I mean...
The quid pro quo was a comment, my dudes.
Yeah, no, that was,
You
expected.
kinda brought that upon yourself.
Yeah. Like, you know, they also even kind of tried to, you know, stop the fight. Like, you guys just went in. You know, I mean, I get it, like, that's your job.
Yeah, but also
But
like,
still,
and
you
they're
know?
like, oh, but we nearly fixed the Canis Helix, and Magnus went and ruined it. And I was like, did you not take notes?
Yeah, like, come on.
You have cogitators, right? Where are your notes? Like, did you not have copies?
Did no one make a copy?
Yeah, but like, seriously, why are there no copies? Belisarius Skull has copies, he even has copies of himself. This is why his plans succeed, he has copies.
Exactly, he actually thinks shit through.
And he befriends people like Trazen.
Exactly.
Which is maybe not something to write home about, but he's like,
Oh, you know, whatever.
oh no, I mucked up. I mucked a lot of paint on here. Curses poor eyesight. But yeah, so I'm just like, take a leaf out of Cole's book.
I agree, I'm with you. Like, come on, you gotta have backups. You gotta have backups.
I mean, let's face it, we all know that the only guy who survives without any kind of backups and on sheer luck is Gaia Pascal. Well, he's dead now.
Yeah, well, yeah,
he did die. But he didn't die in battle. He died in his bed of old age.
Which is pretty badass.
Yes.
To die of old age
They
in a
could
40K.
bring him back though.
Yeah.
They could totally bring him back because Amberly has a soul and Trazen has like his fingers that he lost at some point.
That's actually kind of crazy. Caiaphas Cain is that badass, just as a normal dude.
I love Caiaphas
Charades
Cain.
into
He's
him.
one of my favorite characters.
He's cool.
He's so ridiculous. I love him.
He's great.
I'm like,
There's a lot of really fun stuff within Astra Militarum. Like, there's a lot of fun little characters.
I was like, he's so ridiculous, and therefore I love him.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much, give me a totally ridiculous character, and I'm here for it.
I get it. No,
Which is
like,
probably why I like Sanguinius so much. I mean, like, the dude's just like, I am noble, blah 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 blah, and I'm also a total rage vampire. Nom, 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 nom.
yeah.
Suck the blood.
I like the kind of like contrast between he's like, you know, kind of the most, at least outwardly altruistic, because obviously it's Vulcan, he's by far like the most morally sound Primarch, but
I have
at least
accidentally
outwardly.
discovered that if you have this paint, which is Morghast bone, and you make a mess and you dry brush over it with Screaming Bell, you get pretty much the same color as dry brushing over Screaming Bell with one of these two oranges.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm sorry, I totally interrupted you with this kind of painting.
No, you're good.
I would say wisdom, but you know, people are going to start watching this just to see what we do when we muck up with painting, and by we I mean me. By we I absolutely mean me.
Hey,
because you actually know what you're doing. I have no idea.
I'm good at pretending like I know what I'm doing. But really, I'm just holding on for dear life.
You keep showing me these like half-painted minis, and they're so good. It's like Sammy. He's like, look at this tank I'm doing, and it's amazing. Or like, look at the Style Warrior, and it's amazing. And he's like, oh no, it's not that. And I'm just like, how dare you? I'm like, put away your imposter syndrome.
Yeah, no, you know. You know the worst part is like, I think that's what, like, the reason I don't think about it in the moment, right? Like, I'm not, like, thinking about whether this is a good miniature or not. I'm just like, oh, I can't wait for this to be done, you know? I'm like, I can't wait to see the finish line of it. That I'm not really focused on the quality of it in context. And then I'm like, obviously I'm looking at painting tutorials or, like, color schemes or recipes or whatever. And I'm like, damn, that looks real good. Like, you know, that comparison thing to the point that, like, I forget to think about, like, oh, shit, this looks really good. Until a certain point where I'm like, damn, this looks sick.
And then I'm like, dude, put away your imposter syndrome. Do it now. Here's only one solution to this problem. Fountain penning! She said with way more joy than was absolutely necessary. I love that entire shenanigans with the McCrack's honor though. Because Gilliman lost it. Like, they had it for all the time that Gilliman was in stasis, and then they lost it to the Red Corsairs, and the ship was like, basically like, fuck off Corsairs, like the machine spirit was no! And then eventually he got it back, and now it's flagship again. It's like, this is so ridiculous, I'm so into this.
God damn it.
It's like, I'm so into this.
I love space piracy. Can we just?
But that's what the Red Corsairs are, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's
space
kind
pirates?
of their whole idea. I think.
But are they Space Marines? Because I don't really know a lot about the Red Corsairs.
They were. I think the whole thing, like in Rogue Trader era, like.
Oh, okay.
They were. It was like they were one of the first ideas for Chaos Legions, I think.
Oh wow.
Something like that, where basically like they wanted to have one that wasn't really like they didn't fall to chaos, they were just assholes, so they just decided to go off and become mercenary pirates. I think that's their lore, roughly.
So they're basically like Captain Badruk, but Marines.
Yeah, basically. It's quite funny. They're quite cool, like, I like their scheme and everything. I would like to do a kill team of Red Corsairs. And that's also, like, a weird one. It's like, hey, you play, like, what do you play? Chaos? I play Red Corsairs.
Yeah, why not?
Right? I think it's
Be an outlier. Play Red Corsairs.
I like it, you know? I think that was part of what drew me to Black Templars, was just because, like, they're obviously loyalists, and to a point, right?
They're insane!
Like, that's what I like about them, right? Like, they're basically Chaos Marines who still worship the Emperor. You know, so I kind of like that whole
And everybody's like, you included. Oh, Dorn should come back and be a Black Templar. I'm like...
Yeah, please.
What?
Please. I know it wouldn't fit him, but, like, you know, he's been in the warp, he's been mad, he had no hand, you know?
I think he has a prosthetic hand.
I would assume so.
I mean, isn't he like a mad builder?
Yeah, that's like his whole thing, is he can...
I mean, it's Perturabo who can do like really fine building stuff, right?
Yeah, well, Perturabo and
if
Fulgrim
Perturabo
were,
would ever enter a miniature painting competition, we can all pack up.
Yeah. Do you know, actually,
Basically.
did you know of, what's his name, Hansu? The story of, like, how Hansu becomes the chapter master equivalent of the Iron Warriors?
No.
It's a small little bit of lore, but it's like, basically, after losing a battle, he goes to, as all, like, the warsmiths do, he goes to see Perturabo and, like, be judged kind of thing. And what Perturabo does, because for some reason Perturabo, after becoming a Chaos Lord, just kind of chilled out.
Finally!
Yeah, he genuinely just chilled. So he's just like, alright, come inside. This is what, back in the day, we used to do this with holograms, what Pebbles will do. And they just play games of Warhammer.
Aww!
He's like...
That's not what Regicide, you mean?
Yeah, you know, whatever you call it. But they just play games of Warhammer. And, like, You know, he obviously beats Hansu over and over, but he's like, you're losing because you're fighting like you think I want you to, you know? It's like, you gotta do, you know, your style or whatever. And then, you know, of course the story goes, he does like some, you know, Hail Mary, just dumb charges and some unpredictable shit, and finally beats Perturabo, and he's like, see, this is why you're my warsmith. Alright, you're gonna lead the next charge, see ya.
Go!
And he's like, I'm not coming back. I'm not going anywhere. I like my cave. I want to sit here and play with my...
I'm playing with my miniatures.
Yeah.
Go away.
Fuck you guys. You know, good luck. But yeah, that's like the whole thing with Hansu and Perturabo, which is why I love Perturabo. Although I don't really care for him much in the Heresy, I'll be fair. I like him, out of all the Chaos Afflicted Primarchs though, I really like the way he looks.
I like Perturabo that way. That gives me kind of joy.
Yeah, right? Like it's
fun.
I just find it funny that of all of them, the one who's probably one of the most like unstable and egoistic out of all of the Primarchs ends up just chilling out and becoming a normal guy. When he
Yeah, he's like the Emperor's dead. I have no reason for my daddy issues now.
Yeah, he's like, damn, he's really dead? Alright, whatever.
Now it's fine. Oh, fine.
Yeah.
No more reason for daddy issues. I'm good now.
I respect that, man. I really do. It's not bad. You know, it's more self-awareness than most people in Warhammer show, so.
Yeah.
I always find it so funny, though, like, you know, the whole implication, even Space Marines are supposed to be, like, you know, 10 times more intelligent than any human ever, right? And Primarchs are galaxy brains compared to a human. Yet they do the dumbest shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Fulgrim.
Yeah, oh my god, you know?
Fulgrim is champion dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Captain dumbest shit.
Captain dumb shit.
I'm like, buddy, really? Did you find this random sword on a Xenos planet that clearly we're worshipping, Lord knows what, and you go, oh, sword.
Cool.
What could possibly go wrong? Well,
Well, buddy.
give us some time to explain this to you, but a lot can go wrong, in fact.
Almost everything?
This is a dumb plan for these and these and these reasons.
Yeah, but cool sword.
Also, does he not have an internal monologue?
Yeah, right? Like, he's just going around, he's like, yeah.
I'm like, were this your thoughts before the sword also? Because, what?
Yeah, how did you get this far?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like how did you even make it?
I mean, I love Fulgrim, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm
of
just
course.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you, my bud?
Yeah, no, he needs some help. Well, a little late for that.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah. You know, maybe not anymore, but...
That ship has sailed so far away. I keep on hearing like lore people going like, oh, he's making out on this pleasure planet with Nick. What is his name? Like the supposedly efficient of the what are the names of the, I forget the name, damn it.
Of the Emperor's Children?
No. There's like a keeper. Is it a keeper of secrets?
Oh yeah, Keeper of Secrets. Yeah.
Nikari. And I'm just like, Nikari doesn't even have a model. Where does this come from? This is coming from the person who said Sanguinius is going to be the Dark King, but okay.
Yeah.
But Sanguinius at least has a model, people. Ha!
He at least has a miniature.
I'm at least somewhat ahead with my stupidity. I wish that we... No, I'm just gonna say it, and people can hate me for it, I don't care. But why do we have the need for all this stupid layer and technical paint? I mean, we were fine with just having opaque paints.
Yeah, paint is paint, right?
And all this nonsense, it is...
I kind of get... I honestly, I never paid attention to it much. I would rather it just all of them be relatively one consistency. I think like the exception to that in my mind is like, because technical paint is like a, you know, like a catch-all term for like, this is usually some sort of basing or otherwise like effect paint, right?
It's like...
Technical paint is...
nightmare.
But I'd rather just all of them be the same consistency, because like having to get to a different like water, for example, like Macragge blue, right? Like having to water that down completely differently from a layer paint, like this Evil Suns, is like just a pain in the ass. Like having to remember the consistencies.
And also like I'm just like, oh, I'm going to add another layer, and I'm like, this has literally 0 opacity.
Yeah, exactly. That's like another thing. I was like, fuck, now I'm doing like 5 coats. Just to get
And
this.
hoping you get some kind of opacity.
Exactly, yeah. Like, fuck. It's harder to control, you know? But that's the... Also, mixing them sometimes, like mixing a base and a layer just because I really like the colors.
I don't think I'm going to buy more of the layers and the tacticals. I think I'm just gonna stick with. If it's not opaque, I don't want it. But some paints like that, and his minis are amazing.
With like a
He
pure...
just uses base and water, basically.
Yeah, I mean, that's really all you need
I
at the
think
end of the day.
he's onto something here.
It's really all you need. I don't go out of my way for technical. The only one I do is Blood for the Blood God. I like that one. That one, I think it... Because like it's very thick.
Corn red.
Corn red, like, that's solid paint, but like, you know... Overall, like, I don't really care. Like, I use a lot of these. These, like... Just straight acrylics out of tubes.
Yeah,
These
why
are just
not?
basic, like, art store paints, and they're honestly really, really good. I only like, I mean, I bring these around almost everywhere. This deep teal and magenta, just because it's like, you can mix anything with those, like weird colors. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I'm really the only paint set that I would really want to get is the John Blanche one that Army Painter did. Because I really like the palette, and it would be fun to paint using just those paints. Like, that's one that I would like actually be like, okay, this would be a fun project to limit myself. Especially because I do Black Templars, so like I love the old Blanche Templar art. It looks great. But other than that, I don't care. I mainly use art store paint now. And I mean, you know, occasionally sometimes, especially if I see a cool color scheme on Instagram that I'm like, oh, I want to try something like that. And if they're using Citadel paints, I like, okay, I can reliably kind of start to recreate this with, if I go out and buy this,
Something that
whatever,
doesn't
like,
suck.
yeah, like,
I mean,
Magma Draw Flame, I tried that, I really like it. That was what I was using on that, the Ministorum Priest with the Vindictor.
oh, okay.
And I initially just had done that with just a normal yellow, orange, red for the fire, but then I went over all of it with Magma Draw and put it on the armor too, and I'm like, okay, this looks cool. It has like a certain reflective quality I like. But again, it's like the few and far between, right? Is like where it really becomes worth it to get like these more like contrast, whatever paints. And that just good old acrylics with a little bit of water. Or in my case, if the paint is really thick, I use long and medium. I like this stuff a lot. This stuff?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't got any. I should probably use some because some of my paints are a bit goopy.
Yeah,
But it still works on my own, however.
Yeah, I find that like the whole like appeal of contrast paints is that they have that like really intense saturation, but they still have a lot of opacity. And Lamy and medium, if you add enough, and any paint can be a contrast paint. So,
Yeah, that's what Sam said. Add enough water and it becomes a wash anyway. And I was like,
yeah.
you have an extremely valid point, good sir.
Yeah, you really don't need much else if you have water, some patience.
Water and patience.
Water, patience, and that's it. Maybe a little color theory, if you're smart. I'm not, so.
I know the contrasting colors offhand.
Nice.
Red and green, blue and orange, and purple and yellow.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Color theory for professionals, done, dusted. You don't need to know nothing else.
Well, there's like more of like adjacent ones and really whatever, but everybody can look up a color wheel.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing always, whenever I try to follow color theory, is I'll always do, if I'm moving colors, left or right, I'll always go one value higher or lower kind of thing. Like, I don't know if, does that make sense? Am I saying the words right?
No, I think you make sense, but I know what you mean. So
Yeah.
it might just be that.
Yeah, or I guess it's not I said the wrong thing. Hue, that's the thing that I'll modulate by like one step. So if I'm like, if it's a deep green, then we'll do a less saturated yellow for the highlight or whatever, you know. And then a more saturated blue for the shadow, whatever.
Yeah, but it's like with the brushes, Games Workshop has such expensive brushes, and some of them they just do, and others don't really. But for most, you can just go to your art supply store.
That's what I did. All of my first brushes that I started painting with, I just went to art stores. Honestly, all the, like, all my base Warhammer, hobby stuff. I only recently, after like starting to frequent the Antwerp shop a little more, did I actually like start getting a couple GW brushes, just because like I mess up my brushes. I'm like, oh, let me try these. And, I like, at least I know they'll work. They'll be fine. It won't be a shit brush.
Yeah.
Overall, I was never like wowed or anything. I was like, okay, this is a brush. I definitely would have been fine if I, walked an extra 10 minutes to the hobby store and just got a whatever brush. But
we'll go to the Wii U soon.
Yeah.
You might have to vlog it just so everybody can see how much we geek out over brushes.
Yeah.
But we won't be buying this ever again. This is...
It's the evil stuff.
See, the thing is, it probably won't show up on camera. I will give it a go. But this stuff has MIT in it. And you will have to Google what MIT stands for. Come on, camera, focus on him. Focus. It's not in the mood today, I don't think. But yeah, this is the Liquitex acrylic ink, and this is dioxazine? Read this word. Dioxazine, right?
Yeah, dioxazine.
Yeah, dioxazine purple, and it looks like a beetle wing in the bottle, but if you paint with it, it's just a rich royal purple. So I feel like I've been conned. And also the MIT inside of it is toxic AF and may cause chemical burns. It actually comes with a warning. It actually says contains MBIT, which is also known as MIT, may cause an allergic reaction. And it did. I had a massive chemical burn. I've warned Ian repeatedly.
Will I heed the warnings?
Well, I hope you just don't get an allergic reaction.
Yeah, that would suck.
Maybe don't put it on your hands.
What if I'm curious?
Yeah, maybe don't put it on your thumb, Maybe don't paint test with this.
Yeah, my usual thumb routine.
Yeah, maybe just
not
don't.
Apply to this one.
Imagine if you had like a massive chemical burn all over your thumb. That would suck so hard.
That would suck. Although, no upside.
No, there's literally
no upside. No upside
no.
I could think of. Nope.
No upside. None whatsoever.
That just sucks. Just generally sucks.
It's horrible. It must be avoided at all costs.
Yeah. No good. No good.
You were telling me earlier that you thought that Gillivrane is now actually canon? Like legit?
I don't know if it's like a full-on thing, but I think it's been like implied, and I think a lot of people like seem to take it as a thing. I suppose a internet search could solve the conjecture, but
I don't think I want to.
yeah, it's not worth the risk, right?
Well, I think I would be okay if I used DuckDuckGo, but
as long as you don't
still I don't want to.
Yeah, I get you.
Where does he find the time though?
I mean, come on.
I think it's hilarious. I mean, good for him.
Right, good for him. Good for him.
But still.
He's getting out there.
I mean, I used to think that Gilliman was like super boring and lame, but after a couple of lore videos,
I stand corrected.
I have actually come to appreciate the man for his like random shenanigans.
Yeah, he's got some stuff going on.
He's
Although,
actually
in fairness,
random shenanigans, I feel. Well, I mean, like, it's not random shenanigans because he like really thinks things through.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, he just gets up to whatever the fucks.
And he has some good insults. Like
I was
the
gonna
Lorder.
say, he does
I
have,
will hurl your toxic corpse back into hell's mouth.
He has the advantage, though, of being alive, right? So he's in the setting. He's
actually managed to get out of the armor of fate as well. So.
Exactly. He's kind of like, he gets a couple free passes, So, like, I don't know, if he wasn't doing anything with his life, right, I'd be a little more offended, right? At least he's goofing off a little bit.
Oh, Gilliman.
Good old Bobby G. I love how there's, like, an infinite amount of, like, silly colloquial names for Gilliman.
Yeah, he
That
is
people
like
do.
people do like.
G-Man, Robbie, like
Or if you're his Rogue Trader bestie, Robu.
Robu, that's it. Like, come on.
I love how she just gets away with it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I understand the power dynamic there, right? Like, it's like it's kind of like a trope, right? Like when you have someone who's obviously the one who's in charge, but like, you know, that if they didn't kill you already, you know that you're of some value, right? So then you know you can kind of push it. You know, it's kind of like a cheeky thing. I've seen it. They did it a couple times in the Rogue Trader game where you can be really, really cheeky with people.
But they are Rogue Traders. I mean, cheek is like kind of a...
The name of the game, right?
I mean, cheek is kind of like business as usual for these guys.
Exactly. Which is cool. I respect it.
I like Rogue Traders. I mean, Rogue Traders are probably my favorite thing in Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, I like them quite a bit. I think they're just conceptually fun. I also just like ships in 40k. I just like that they're like self-contained ecosystems in like basically countries.
I like the McCrags. Honor, such a good boy.
Yeah.
The goodest boy.
So like you guys should like that. It's quite cool. I like it's the idea of this like fucking free range, like what would you even call it? Mutineer is not the word I'm looking for. Privateer.
Ah, yes. That's what they are. They're basically... I tell people, like, Rogue Traders are basically space privateers.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
But I like that, like, the really old Rogue Trader families, they're just, like, basically... The Emperor basically was like, I'm signing you a warrant of trade, get off my planet.
Yeah, it's like, go explore. Get the fuck out of here.
But that's not even like, go explore. It's just like, go explore, and the only thing I expect of you is that you ready this planet for my arrival when I let you know. So basically, there's these old Rogue Trader families that just never have to set foot on Terra, so the High Lords have no control over them.
They do
and the only thing they ever have to do is make sure that the planet is secure and like nice and clean and presentable.
Not like doused
if the
in
Emperor
heresy.
shows up. If the Emperor shows up, I mean, like, good luck trying to get those guys in line.
Exactly, yeah, good fucking luck. They answer to the Emperor, that's it. Technically, they're one of the very few people who, like, the Inquisition has very little say over.
Yeah.
Like, the Inquisition is, like, a real big deal in most aspects of, like, 40k. And
I know,
but,
right?
Like, Rogue Trader's just kind of like... What do you mean?
Yeah, I think they have to have actual proof, not the usual inquisitorial proof.
Yeah.
They have to have actual proof to, like, that they're heretics or whatever. But if it's just a rogue trader tradering around, not actually being a raging heretic, the Inquisition has literally no say over it.
Yeah, which is sick. I love that.
I think the Inquisition just kind of ignores those guys.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, they're just kind of like, let's not.
I think they're just like, we could fight them, but we might suffer casualties, and it might be a whole thing, and we actually have no leg to stand on, so let's go bully some poor rogue trader who actually has orders.
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's go bully someone else. And they get, like, space marines along with them and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll occasionally get space marines, which is cool as shit, too.
And guard. Like,
yeah.
There's probably loads of Cadians on rogue trader ships.
Yeah, tons of, like, I know even, like, there's some mention of, like, commissars and shit like that, like, high-ranking Astra Militarum just, like, basically retiring onto a ship.
I guess,
super cool.
You know, I wonder why there was no Guy Pasquane story where he was, like, rogue trader shenanigans.
Right. He's like, come on, man, I want to retire.
I love Guy Pasquane. He's like one of my favorite characters. He's just so ridiculous. I love him.
He's great.
I love Amberly Vale as well, but...
What the fuck is that?
She's his girlfriend. The Inquisitor.
Oh, shit.
She's Ordo Xenos. But she's legit his girlfriend.
Yeah, okay. Not like...
No, she's actually canon his girlfriend.
Okay.
I read somewhere that, but I don't know how real it is because it was in a comment section, that Guy Pasquane's Amberly has a soul, so it can't be eaten by demons, presumably. And at one point he lost a couple of fingers, I think to the Drukhari, but I might be wrong. And Trazen has the fingers, so they could still clone him and bring him back.
They better. They better.
Yeah, but Trazen. Come on, Trazen. I'm waiting for the moment that Trazen trades Fulgrim's clone with Belisarius' skull.
Hey, I heard you wanted to make a new one of these guys.
Cole would be into it.
Yeah, he would.
I mean, like, just like to piss off Gilliman alone, like, just be like, hey
Yeah, my thing, I would like to see, like,
oh my god.
more ideas of, like, clone Primarchs, right? Because, like, Abaddon was supposed to be kind of a Horus clone or whatever the fuck. It doesn't really work. He's kind of just become his own thing. But, like, in general, I think it would be kind of fun to have, like, shitty clone versions of Primarchs. Like, they don't even necessarily really work. But it's just kind of fun. I think it would be a fun way to bring certain characters back without having to, like, bring back every Primarch. But rather just like, oh, this scrap of him was left, so the whole group decided to dedicate themselves towards trying to bring this guy back.
I suggest we
Never
bring
really
back
worked.
Sanguinius because they've got his body anyway.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people would be too mad at Sanguinius coming back.
A lot of people would though, because they're like, no, he sacrificed, blah blah blah. I'm like, it's a grim dark future. Sacrifices for nothing, people.
Yeah. I kind of like that, like...
Sure, a sacrifice would be for nothing, but also it's a grim dark future.
Exactly.
I mean, sacrifices kind of have to be for nothing now.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of cool if, they brought him back as, like, some sort of a villain, like, against his will and
yeah,
stuff
see,
like that.
the Dark King.
Yeah, exactly. That works.
Full circle.
Full circle. There we go.
Full circle.
Well,
But yeah, I feel
it
like
works.
it would be so interesting setting-wise if they did something with Fulgrim's clone.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got Demon Primarch Fulgrim.
Yeah.
And then
And
you have his
I
clone.
think, like, if you have Fulgrim as, like, if you have a clone Fulgrim, right, and he starts doing shit, Fulgrim being Fulgrim would get so upset.
Fulgrim gets
Right?
upset over everything.
Exactly, so he gets upset, and it would become... They wouldn't have to worry about this clone Fulgrim, because Fulgrim himself would just be busy trying to track him down and kill him, because he's like, there can't be another me.
Oh my god, imagine Fulgrim trying to get, what's the planet called that Trazen is on? Trazen's collection planet? Solemnus?
Something like that?
Yeah.
Something with an S.
Yeah, it's something like that. Imagine just Fulgrim showing up on that planet and like Trazen will so not have it.
Like the fake Fulgrim or the
No,
real one?
the fake Fulgrim he already has in his collection, so that guy's shown up. But like real Fulgrim,
It's like,
you know?
yo.
He just shows up with a bunch of his kids. It's like,
They've all got their boomboxes and shit, like, yo, when...
like complete
Chicken.
outrage, like noise at the door, loudness, and Trazen is just like,
Alright.
and Trazen will be like,
Nice.
I want some of those, I want some of those, and look, I can have the actual one next to the clone, yay!
He's like, boys, go collect.
He'll be like, yay! And it'll just end up with all the Fulgrims in Trazen's collection. And he'll be like, okay, Fabius, how much do you want?
He's gonna
asshole
ransom
back?
him back. He's like, yo, what do you want for him? Fabius like,
Fabius, what will you trade for your dad? Cole, what will you trade for the clone of this child?
I think it works.
That would be so funny though.
That would be funny.
I would love that. I would be so into that.
I can see.
It's so ridiculous that I would be into it.
See, that's why orcs are good. Because they can actually do shit like that in their lore. Like, they kind of try to keep all the, like...
Like how
Very more
Gaskell
semi-serious
lost his head and then they just put his head on like some rando orc's body.
Exactly. Like, come on, that's pretty good.
That was like...
They get to do silly shit. They get to have fun. But it is what it is.
I like the orcs. I don't like the Tyranids though. I think they're just like, oh, guys. I mean, like, I don't oppose the Nids, but I'm just like...
I mean, yeah, I don't care for Tyranids.
Yeah,
I mean, they're cool. They're cool.
I mean, they look cool. I guess they make a cool villain.
I like the... Bless you.
Thank
They're, what I like is that they're not evil. right? They're just kind of doing shit.
They're just hungry.
Yeah, they're just hungry. So like, I like that they're not evil.
Galaxy.
It's pretty like it's very grimdark that they're not even like trying to be evil or they believe in anything like that. Like they're just bugs. They're just bugs. They just want to evolve. They just want to get big. They're basically playing Spore.
Yeah. I love how there's like the snake bites. Like there's how there's factions of the snake bites who are like literally like dropping Tyranid spores on places. Mm-hmm. Just to go bug hunting.
Like that's cool.
Like bonus points if it pisses off the human civilization. It's like, guys. And also there's apparently a thing, which I'm not sure, I heard it in a Pancreas No Work video, and I'm not sure if it's actually happened or not, but did they really release some nits onto the phalanx?
Wait, Wait, which video is this from?
I don't know, I mean, I can probably find it eventually.
Yeah, I'm going to scroll through his entire...
I think it was the video where it talked about Captain Badruk. Either that, or it was like different orc clans.
I think you're right. I think they did do something like that.
Did they actually do it?
I have no idea.
My god.
But I think maybe.
Imagine that Rogel was around and somebody pulled that shit.
Yeah, see.
You would, oh my god. I would love to see Rogel go completely bananas over something like that.
Yeah, that's just the opposite of what Rogel would do, you know? He would, he's a straight shooter. He keeps it smooth.
Yeah, but he would be so upset.
He would get so mad.
He would be like...
Grumpy Rogel Dorn.
Well, I love, like, how everybody has, like, this, like, really, just, like, this Gloriana class flagship, battleship, and then the Phalanx.
Yeah.
I mean, they have, if I'm not mistaken, a Gloriana class battleship. I think they might have
But the Phalanx.
But then they have the Phalanx, and I'm just like, isn't that thing like a planet?
Yeah. It's literally the Death Star.
Isn't that like basically the equivalent of a craft world?
Yeah, no, it basically is. Apparently, like, that's kind of a lore to it, too. Like, I think he discovered it after,
they didn't actually build it?
No. I think it's, like, some ancient artifact that, like,
oh my
he
God.
had taken over, and it was, like, because the planet that he was born to was, like, some really icy, like, very inhabitable kind of thing. And he ends up unifying it, and then I think he fucking finds it or some shit, I don't know. Takes it over, and then the Emperor shows up and is like, this is a nice ship!
Imagine that's a Blackstone fortress.
Ooh. That's not bad. Could be. You never know, because it's like, if it's ancient tech, who the fuck knows, you know?
Imagine that's a Blackstone fortress.
Well, that changes things, right?
But, like,
kind of.
I mean, it is plausible.
It's possible. It doesn't. There's nothing like directly stopping it, right?
Do bond with like random people they like. Like the Blackstone Fortress that Abaddon had his adoptive daughter on. Like at some point she loses complete control because it likes the space wolves better that are trying to save Cadia. Because it's actively working with the space wolves.
I think it works. I kind of like it too. It would make sense for Rogel to be kind of like chosen too. Like if I was a ship, I would trust Rogel Dorn. You know?
Yeah, but if you're the McCrags Honor, you trust Gilliman.
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad that Gilliman got his ship back.
Yeah, that's nice. And Gilliman gets everything back.
Poor Dawn of Fire though, that's not never coming back. Is it the Dawn of Fire?
I think so.
Yeah, that's never going back though. The Necrons completely ripped that ship apart.
Yeah.
Has bits in the warp. R.I.P. poor ship.
Rip the ship. Rip to the ship.
Rip to the ship.
Rip to the ship.
Wow, such quality content.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, poor Dawn of Fire.
Yeah, she's done. Does Abaddon have the Vengeful Spirit?
Isn't Abaddon on the Vengeful Spirit?
No, like the Vengeful Spirit, the ship.
Yeah, but isn't Abaddon on it?
That's what I was saying. Doesn't he have it? Yeah,
I think he has
it, right? Yeah, I thought so.
I think so. I might be wrong.
I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I just always assumed he did, I guess.
I don't know what happened to the ships. I know the Phalanx showed up at the Battle of Cadia.
Yeah.
So the Iron Fists definitely still have a Phalanx.
Imperial Fists.
Imperial Fist. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I cannot.
Iron Fists are the Ferrous Manus ones,
Ah,
which
yes.
we all forget about.
Should have remembered that because that is just Iron Fists all over.
Yeah.
Isn't the ship called like the Fist of Iron or something?
Yeah, and Ferrous Manus means iron hand.
I know.
Or wait, are they called Iron Hands?
They're the Iron Hands. Aren't the
Iron
Iron
Hands.
Fists Perturabos not?
No, they're Iron Warriors.
Oh my god! There are. Aren't the Iron Fists an offshoot of the Imperial Fists?
That may be the case then, because I know there's Crimson Fists,
in
which
which
are.
case they would be on the phalanx.
They would be on the phalanx.
Wow.
Okay.
This is why it's called random wafflings from the warp.
This is just pieced yet.
But at least we don't pretend to be like lore people and stuff.
Yeah,
We're
no.
just like fans doing 40k things.
Yeah.
And I know I sit here with my knitting, but this is for my Rogue Trader cosplay, so it counts.
It counts, yeah. Yeah, this stuff is serious. I'll be fair. It definitely impressed me a little bit.
I did warn you.
Yeah.
I warned you so hard.
This is true. Although heeding warnings has never been my strong suit.
Yeah. That same thing goes for like most of the Primarchs.
Yeah.
Magnus, don't do this. I shall now do this.
I'll give that a go.
Snap.
I'll give it a go.
I'll give this a try. How bad can it be?
Listen,
Oh, oops.
can't knock until you try it, right?
Oops. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad.
I broke your project.
I done goofed, Father. I might have fucked up a little bit. Don't hold it against me, though.
Poor Magnus.
Yeah, he was trying his best. He really
Magnus
was.
got done such a dirty deal.
He did. I feel bad. He was, he, of all the ones who fell to chaos, he didn't even mean to.
Yeah.
He was doing his best to be loyal, you know?
Yeah, and Mortarion, what the hell, Typhus?
Mortarion just kind of got screwed.
By his best friend! That is just extra tragic. By his bestie.
Yeah.
But like,
It's quite sad.
also like, this is your bestie. Like your actual bestie. How could you not know he's half Xenos?
Well,
How can you not know this?
maybe they never took off their masks, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. Did he not look human? I don't know. Like before? I'm just like, buddy, what?
I don't know.
Did you never have a conversation?
I mean,
Oops, there goes the lid.
if they had a conversation, I don't know, maybe they just maybe they always misheard each other, you know? Yeah.
I do
It doesn't
feel
really work before they felt the chaos though. But afterwards, they got like the whole gas mask thing going on. Maybe it's just like
yeah, but before,
Yeah.
surely.
Surely they would have heard each
Because
other.
there's lots of depictions of Mortarion without a mask. He's just a stupid cowl thing going on.
Yeah. He kind of had that whole like Grim Reaper thing, kind of ish.
With his big old sight.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. I gotta give him credit for the scythe. That's not a bad shout. I'll give that one to him.
But yeah, Typhus' ship has the best of the ship names though. The Terminus Est.
Yeah, that one's fun. I like the like really Latin, or whatever they call it in High Gothic.
Yeah.
I like the Latin names. They're always fun.
Some of them are a bit silly though. The
Yeah.
red tier. Come on, Sanguinius.
Come on.
It's like, buddy.
You could have come up with something better.
Surely there's better ship names.
Yeah.
And I'm Ferus Malus. But what was it again? The Fist of Iron?
Yeah, I think.
Like, Ferus, come on, buddy. You're making this your whole identity.
What's the translation of Corvus's name though? Isn't it literally like?
It's the Latin for crow, I think.
Yeah, I think it's literally like. What is it now? I think it's something stupid like crow bird or something like that.
No,
like
I
it's
think
really bad.
Well, I'll Google it.
Or maybe
That
it's
was right
crow
here.
man. Yeah.
Crow man.
Crow man. Like I think it's literally that.
But
bad.
also, like, he's been given the name by, like, poor people, slaves, basically, in a horrible prison planet, who have never seen the light of day, let alone a crow. There's also a cool god band called Corvus Corax, by the way.
Oh, sure.
They're very, very cool. I would play the music, but I will get demonetized so hard. See, the first thing I get is Corvus Corax is a German band known for neo-medieval music using authentic instruments. Their name is a Latin name for the common raven. There we go. So it's a raven. It's literally a raven. It's not even a crow. But it is the Raven Guard, so that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But does he really have a pet raven?
I mean, that'd be cool.
I see a lot of images of him with like a raven on his arm, so I'm just like, does he have a pet raven?
And I think regardless, it's a cool thing to draw, right?
Yeah, but does he really have a pet raven?
I don't think so. Maybe though. Wait. No, they don't.
Because his bestie is a serf, right? The girl.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like vibing. Well, he was vibing with his bestie at some point.
Yeah. I'd imagine for them to be best friends, right?
Yeah, no, I think it was like very, like, not in so many words, but it was like fairly obviously they were just besties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a lot of people are like, whoa, ha, 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 ha. Because people be people, but...
I think in general...
Didn't he have...
I don't know.
He did adopt some Night Lords, right?
Yeah. The Night Lords who like weren't complete assholes, I think they went to the Raven Guard.
Yeah, the loyalist ones, they were just like... He
was
was just like, come on, it's fine.
There was a little bit of that in like a lot of the legions from what I've seen. Like there's a couple of different mentions of like them just soaking up whoever was like not turning. I was like, alright, you can join. I think it was also kind of I mean the Dark Angels have their whole thing with like the Fallen and shit, which is kind of its own bag of worms.
I think the Dark Angels by themselves are like a bag of worms.
That's fair. But I like them. I like
them. Something wrong. Again. This is cursed. This project is cursed. Yeah, no, I don't mind the Dark Angels, but they're also a bit like, guys, what are you doing?
Yeah, guys, let's get our shit together now. It's about time.
But some of them have cool names, like there's an Azrael.
Yeah. I mean, I really like Cypher. He's a cool-ass character, so.
I like Cypher.
Cypher's cool.
I heard like a...
Also, his whole vibe, like, he's so, like, 90s, like, vampire anime. Like, Vampire Hunter D type vibe, like, has the lion's sword for whatever reason, has an old, like, Volkite pistol and a bullet. Like, come on, it's cool. He's got a whole thing going on.
Yeah, I heard, like, a whole thing that he's, like, where they were, like, you know, going like theorizing who Cypher is,
mm-hmm.
and they were like, oh, either he's a Dark Angel and he's like the title Cypher, yada yada yada, or he's a Omegon.
Yeah, I've heard of this. That's like this is just a whole thing being done by Omegon. It's his whole side plot.
But
which
the most compelling theory to me is that it's D2.
Ooh, that's kind of good.
That's
good.
That one is
like
the most compelling to me.
That would make sense. I mean, if he was to. I think there's like some mention of a book that the lion actually like gave him the mission. And like someone, I think maybe it's Azrael, observes the kind of exchange going down, and the lion like gives up his sword and he's like, alright, you know what to do. Like use this when the time is right. Like whatever. And then he's like, whoever's watching it is trying to figure out who it is, but he like can't see who's actually being bestowed with the task. And the one other mention of him like doing something out in the open is somehow he sneaks by everything.
Yeah.
Goes in, and then he gets a random voice in his head that goes, now is not the time. And he's like, alright, I'm out. See you guys.
The Emperor.
It was he walks in to go, I mean, assumedly assassinate the Emperor. Or like finish him off or whatever. Whatever it's considered at this point.
At this point I'm just like, should I just start over? I'm just gonna start over and not give myself the headache.
Fuck it.
I'm just like, at this point, I can't even see what I'm doing anymore, so I'm just like, nope.
No shame.
Let's do this again. Put these needles away before I start with the wrong ones. No. Worst cosplayer ever. obviously at Warhammer, know shit about the lore. Well, no, I know some lore. I know
a tiny bit of lore.
I know some lore.
I don't know much, all things considered.
I like the idea of it being Litu, though.
I like that. That's quite cool. I fuck with that.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. I don't know who else I would like it to be, so I like Litu.
Well, let's go with Litu.
Yeah, why not?
Why does it have a name like a character from Lilo and Stitch?
Right, Litu.
I'm like, what were you guys thinking?
As it was, limited edition 2.
But who's limited edition 1?
That's the question, right? I actually wonder what the first model was. Maybe it's like an orc or something. But like, I know it's like LE2 was like
so
the
if
code name for the
LE2, because
first.
he's like the son of the Emperor, so if he's LE2, who's LE1, does that mean that the Emperor has another child?
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe there's like an actual biological, like a legit biological child, not from a test tube from the Emperor and Urda. Imagine that. Imagine.
I think it could be funny though, if there was a character, especially if they just had no idea.
No, but like, they know, and they're just like sitting somewhere on a beach, proverbially. They're just like waiting and waiting for the right time to be like, okay, that's it, I'm stepping in.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it could be like, a little backup plan on the Emperor's way. It's like,
Or
yo,
just like they
if
just
everything
exist like the
screws up.
French imperial family.
I mean, I think it would be quite easy to hide, you know what I mean? Because no one would believe it.
Yeah.
Even if you told them who you were, nobody would believe you. So...
Heretic!
Exactly, they'd be like... So, like, you're kind of better off just
Well,
chilling.
either people believe you, like either ecclesiarchy believes you and you have no life because the ecclesiarchy is a bunch of rabid fanatics.
Yeah.
And now for an interlude of what we've actually painted.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna edit this video for usable parts. It's probably going to be complete chaos. At this point, I've realized the camera just times out. So, next time, we're just gonna film for half an hour and do half-an-hour podcasts.
That'll do. That'll do.
But for now, we're just gonna get it quits. I think it's better that Ian also just like pays attention to the cutting of the sharp objects. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode full of technical difficulties and I would say more chaos than usual, but we both know that's going to be this full of chaos forever and ever.
It's the only way it can be done.
Yeah, so, well, I hope you stick around, and for my regular viewers, I will return to my regular knitting and journaling contest, anon pronto stat. I am knitting! Have started again! I don't know if it actually happened in the video, like, recorded, but I was knitting a part of my Rogue Trader vest, and then, yeah. The recording stopped, but I restarted it because I lost track.
It counts.
It counts. Anyhow, bye. See you in the next one.